Good morning, everyone. We are at Tarland Trails in the beautiful kingdom of Aberdeenshire. So, we rode yesterday. I forgot to do an intro, so I'm doing it now before I forget. More blown out. Bloody hell. Well, there was a little... Ooh, that was a bit nerve-wracking. Just kind of had to like just roll it and hope for the best. A bit more blown out. Just a bit more blown out. Take your time, Pete. Look where you're gunning. I hate when people skid in corners, it really irritates me. Ruins the bloody trail. I mean, I get it. That was terrible. I'm not as feeling as confident as I did last time. I think last time I was spoiled with how nice the trails were condition wise. A lot more going out nowadays. On the right place. I'm gonna have a wee rest. I've got a gob like Dandy's flip-flop. So I'm just going to go a bit slower. Oh, the bell's ringing. I just want to have a look. Stick to the right day. Oh, you bugger.
Star wipe.
Right.
3, 2, 1.
So, Joe's trying to be artistic. Anyways, yesterday, Friday 13th, I asked you guys on Instagram and YouTube if you had any questions for me, because we're trying to reconnect after my long absence from YouTube. So as you'll know, me and Joe...
It was jail.
As you'll know,
Nothing.
Me and Joe moved basically into Hannah Hawkswell country, and we don't have normal landline broadband, so watching YouTube and uploading is pretty much a no-go. So anyway, I have a question from Shell and Pete at OB's Outdoors. So they've said, "Hey Dee, you're looking well and lovely to see you." Okay, so Pete's number one question: Shimano or SRAM? So
this has caused many families to break up.
So actually, I prefer SRAM shifting to my Shimano XT shifting, but I actually prefer, in terms of brakes, I prefer Hopes. Yeah. So that's my preference. I prefer SRAM for shifting and Hope for braking. So, Bart, Mr. Bart, who we know very well, he went, "Sing. You always used to sing." There's been no singing going down the trails today. It's been panic and worry and
The brakes
fear.
were singing.
The birds are singing. So thanks, Bart. Like, we'll have to catch up soon. Okay, so who else have we got? We have Sapale, or Sari, my beautiful friend in Finland. My favourite...
Vive la Ice Maiden.
Yes. My favourite piece of MTB clothing. Well, I think it has to be said Shredley trousers. So I got these in the sale. They're an American brand. They're not cheap, and you take a risk on importing them in. But they go up to a size 24. They do come in lots of different funky colours and patterns. And however, the first day I wore them, I may have squatted a bit vigorously to adjust things and put 2 holes in them. So yeah, never mind. I have 3 pairs of these now. I have a green pair and I have a black pair, so that's how much I love them. In terms of tees, Outdoor Research jerseys are beautiful. Right, who else have we got? Julie Mack, the gorgeous Julie Mack as well. Right, she has asked how did you find the motivation to get back on the bike again? So back in 2020, Joe's foot. Yeah, so in 2020 I took a break. I'd kind of fell out of love with biking quite a bit, and I hated everything about it. I got really annoyed with it all. I was really struggling with fitness, joints. As some people know, I have a genetic condition called hypermobility syndrome, and as I've been finding out over the last few months, that it's not just a case of wobbly joints, it is other stuff as well, relating to chronic fatigue, stomach issues, sleep patterns, God knows what else. So along with Joe's foot, cat, you have to say cat, you're right. I think a little bit is down to Cat pestering me to get a bloody e-bike as well.
Yeah,
so
Cat Donahue.
yeah, my gorgeous friend Cat as well.
I think the big thing, the game changer, has been the e-bike.
Yeah.
You can't deny it. I'd say that's been 95% of the motivation
Yeah.
to make you want to go out.
Oh, absolutely. And it took me a long time to getting round to buying said Marley Maron, which I need to introduce you to, because I was umming and ahhing for such a long time on what to get, because it is a big investment. And then obviously as soon as you add technology into things, you worry about longevity, warranty, how is it going to work, is it going to break all the time?
Could be up to 1,000 for the battery and about 800-900 for the motor.
No, it's 600
Is
for
it?
the battery.
Right.
So it's like, it would be
They've gone down a
1,200
little
for
bit
both.
then.
Yeah.
Still a big investment if something goes
Yeah.
wrong without warranty.
I mean, we've already had problems with it. So 6 weeks prior to me coming up to Tarland for the first time, which I tried to record, but it didn't go down very well. The battery died on me. It was saying it was overheating when it wasn't, so it got replaced under warranty, but it did take a couple of weeks for it to come in, and we were very worried that might have to cancel the holiday and things, but luckily we didn't. The battery came, and it's been so far, touch wood, okay.
And would like to say absolute props to Gary and his team down in Spiral for sorting that out.
Yes.
You went above and beyond Call of Duty on that one.
Yeah, They really did. It's where I bought the bike from, and they've been nothing but amazing in get me the bike, helping me with things, so I can't complain.
Yeah, thank you, Gary and the lads.
Thank you,
And
Gary,
especially
and the team.
Mike. Especially Mike for tuning his wick out.
Okay, I've got one from the lovely Yasmin at Yasmin's Hike and Adventures. So, hi Chick, I hope you're well. And she says, hi Dee, hope you're well. Have you learnt any tricks on the bike other than falling off? No.
If singing or farting's a trick, then yeah.
I can do little jumps, that's about it. I can occasionally do no-handers.
Which is terrifying when she does.
And I only do it when I feel comfortable to do it though. The other thing is I can kind of sit down and do no footer, but that's not really
That's
exciting.
not really counted.
And the swan's amazing though.
It's bloody terrible.
Have you planned the hike to Blencathra yet?
No.
No!
She is not. She's not even planned what she's having for tea tonight.
We actually did, but it got cancelled because I was supposed to do it as a charity thing for work, but it got cancelled because everyone was actually in a worse state than I am, and that's saying something.
Lies.
Will it be your next Lake District adventure? No, I have been to the Lake District a couple of times since, but again, I've not recorded because problems with the GoPro, battery, and the lack of motivation as well. I've kind of just enjoyed going out and not being like, oh, I need to film something for YouTube. And then also as well, it's a little disheartening that I have to faff around going to people's houses, taking my laptop to work and stuff like that just to upload a video. And yeah, so my commitment to the cause is not exactly great.
But if there is a Blencathra walk, would anybody be interested in doing a bit of a group one?
Oh, hell yeah.
We might as well throw it out there if anybody wants to join.
I mean, it'll probably be next year now with the crappier weather coming in. So, Paul from Wandering with Watto has asked, hi Dee, are you planning to do any more of the County Durham Curiosity videos? Hope you and Joe are both well.
We're very well, thank you. Hope the pair of you are keeping well. Long
Yes.
time no see.
I hope you and Mrs. Watto are all right.
Yeah.
Yes, probably at some point once I get a new camera, invested in a new camera. I've been having a look around and...
The feelers are already out there looking at things.
Yeah, and I think next year once...
Is it the DJI we looked at?
Yeah, the
Which
DJI
looks
Osmo.
really, really good for the money.
Yeah, definitely, and I'm going to look into it because I can get a voucher through work where it's at a reduced price and stuff like that, so, and like a salary sacrifice type thing.
She loves a good bargain, this one.
I do. Honestly, you wouldn't
Pound
believe,
land penny.
you wouldn't believe the bargains I've got this year. It's crazy. That's probably why I'm so poor right now, but never mind. Right, who else have we got? Alan Metalman. He asked, if my channel took off, would I consider packing in work and producing several videos a week and make it my full-time job?
Well, there's definitely a no there. No, just kidding.
That would be the dream. But the ultimate dream, Alan, is for me to win the Euro Millions solely. So I can become a bog witch in the forest somewhere in a little
We've found a
cottage.
swamp already, she can go in head first.
You know, a bit like Shrek. Shrek vibes going on. A little
Shrek's
swamp.
got better table manners.
And then, or I would buy like a big mansion and I would be like the Patsy and from like...
Patsy and Adina, darlings.
Yes.
Yes, darling, darling, Safi,
Yes.
Safi,
With
darling.
my long silk kimono dressing gown.
See-through
shades.
negligee.
No, shades. Me shades on at like 6 o'clock in the morning with like a glass of gin and me fluffy kitten heel slippers.
Hung over to an inch of your life.
Exactly. So those are the two ultimate dreams, either to be like ab fab in a country mansion somewhere with me long silk kimonos, or to be like Mrs. Shrek in me swamp somewhere.
Princess Fiona, right here. Princess Fiona vibes.
Princess Fiona vibes. Adventures with Andy. He asked, what's it like living like Hannah Hawkswell with no contact to the modern world?
Blissful.
Blissful, apart from it's bloody noisy. So I have a farm 20 yards from our house, and
We are in the centre of a farm.
we are in the centre of the farm.
We are not on the farm, we are the roundabout in the middle of the courtyard.
We are legit the roundabout of the farm. It's lovely, don't get me wrong, the house is lovely. It's really bloody cold though, and in winter especially.
No shelter either way.
Yeah, because we are very exposed on all sides. It is quiet apart from the cows, the tractors, the quad bikes, the dogs, the welding of tractors at 8 o'clock on a Saturday morning.
But slightly comforting though, knowing what's going on. It's peaceful noise.
Put it this way, where we're staying to stay in Tarland is literally in the middle of nowhere, and they have better Wi-Fi than what we do. I quite like it, but yes, I am feeling very Hannah Hawkswell vibes in that house. And question number 2, what is your favourite activity? Walking, mountain biking or wild swimming?
That's a good one.
I like them all equally.
That's like asking which child you want to give your last Rolo to.
A little bit, yeah, because they all have different benefits for me. So like my community with mountain biking is a hell of a lot different to my community with like hiking. Hiking is more peaceful. I say peaceful apart from me breathing really heavily like I've been running like my life's dependent on it. But
Darth Vader on a nuddy phone call.
or there is like the biking side of things, and wild swimming is just very relaxing. So yeah, I like all three equally. Right, question number 2 from Pete was 29 or 27.5. 29
and no questions. Anything else is wrong.
So I'm sorry to say, Pete, I actually used both. It's
Yeah.
mullet. And then Shell wants to know what my next tattoo is. So
Left and right on her feet. No, it's already been discussed, this one, so
Yeah.
watch this space.
yeah, I'll send you eventually I'll send you an update, Shell.
Right, quick rundown while we're here. Seems though Dee mentioned it, we have the Marin. So this is the Marin Alpine E, which is it a 2024, 2023 model?
This is the 2024 model. So it's the Marin Alpine E2 spec.
Which means it is basically the all singing, all dancing. It's the flagship.
It's the bee's knees, this one.
Yeah.
So it we'll start with sort of like the ground up. So this is business at the front with a 29-inch wheel, party at the back with a 650 wheel. So there you go, Pete. Best of both worlds. They didn't,
We got ourselves mullet back.
it's a mullet. It didn't come with Victoria tyres. These have been a sort of like replacement for the
You
old
bullied
tyres.
into it.
My bullied into choice to buy. They are very, very, very good, by the way. So as standard, it comes with the Fox Performance Elite 38 160mm travel fork, and also the 160mm travel DHX2 Fox. Anyways, so it has a very extremely heavy poundage
Not that bad.
spring on it at 650 because I'm a fat ass.
It needs a big spring for the massive jumps and hooks.
If only. It has the Shimano EP8.1
It's a
motor.
steps motor, isn't it?
Yeah, Steps EP8.1. So it's the newest one that they have out. So it means that it has the biggest battery going that they do at the minute, which is a 630 watt. As for torque, don't ask. I don't know.
Talk never shuts up.
Exactly. So the upgrades that I've made since having the bike, oh sorry, apologies, it comes with the TRP DHR Evo 4-pot brakes.
Which for all you brand snobs out there is actually Tektro Racing Products, which is
go.
TRP. So
Yep.
get off your high horse.
It has a Shimano drivetrain. So
Full
it's,
XT.
It's not, it's SLX shifter and an XT
sorry, yeah.
mech.
XT cranks, SLX cassette, which will be a 51 to 10 speed, I think it is,
I think
on the
so.
back.
I can't remember.
Well, 10 tooth, sorry.
So my upgrades are the Toxic Barbie Pink Mark V Berg Tech.
Yeah, the penthouse flats.
Oh, yeah, the penthouse.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I then upgraded the stem to the Berg Tech Toxic Barbie Pink. I can't
35 by 35, we think, isn't it?
who knows. And then I got the Toxic Barbie Pink.
Spaces.
Yes. And then I have this from my old bike, which is
Caps.com, isn't it? Spelt with a Z.
Yeah, so Caps.
Yeah.
KAPZ. They do custom caps, but this is just a stock one in purple. It has the muck off frame protection, which is on the top
tattoo
tube.
one, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, tattoo flash.
And a unicorn riding a bike.
Yeah, this is like from a kid's book, a kid's mountain bike book that have lots of different animals as mountain bikers. Obviously, it's a unicorn, so obviously it's got to be on the bike. So the frame protection is on the top tube.
Also
and
the bars.
I'll come to them in a sec. The swing arms also protected with a few little extra bits here on the seat tube, and I did have an Ergon women's e-bike saddle on, but I was having problems. But now I think I know what the problem is, but I've got my old saddle on at the minute.
Small, medium women's.
Yeah. This is the X-Fusion drop air that comes with it.
Yeah.
Cable operated, which I think is the best because less fuss and drama.
No faults.
With them. And then the most recent update is the One Up Components carbon bars,
which are designed so they have a flex point there and there. They're more ovalized in that part of them to hold them, whereas that's not round. It's slightly flatter, causing a little bit of flex there, which apparently helps arm fatigue and stuff like that.
So as you know, or some of you know, I have hypermobility syndrome, which is like a... Okay, so I'm going to try recording this for like the 500th time a day. So, okay, Cat Bells, you've said, how can you get into MTB as a 35-year-old newbie? Well, let me tell you. If my friend Mo can start in her late 40s and be as crazy as her, anyone can do it. So, if you don't have a bike, I'd start by hiring one at a local forestry commission or somewhere that offers bike hire. Ride the family trails or green trails if they have them and see how you get on. If the site has a skill loop, bonus. Go and take a look at the features which are on the skills loop. You don't need to ride them if you don't want to, just go and take a look. Reason being is it will give you an idea of the kind of features you are likely to come across on a graded trail system. Green trails are usually the easiest, they then work their way up to blue, red is your intermediate, and black is the hardest. But you tend to find black is the hardest only on graded trail centres like your Forestry Commission. Then you have orange and pro lines, which you tend to find more at gravity orientated bike parks such as Antistiniog or Bike Park Wales. Graded trail systems do vary slightly, especially in England. They seem to be a bit more mellow rather than in Scotland and Wales, where they tend to have a little bit more features on them, still within the blue realm of grading, but it just means you desensitize to features a lot quicker, I find. So you've decided you want to buy a bike. This is the next thing. So if you decide that gravity style riding isn't for you and long rides in the countryside is more your thing, a hardtail bike with front suspension or a gravel bike would be best. I don't know a lot about gravel bikes, but they look like road bikes, but they tend to have a bit chunkier tyre. A hardtail is a mountain bike with front suspension. However, if you want to go down the more gravity style type of riding and are totally inspired by my terrible riding style, a hardtail bike would still get you going, but you probably want to invest in a more high-end spec hardtail. So something with a bit better brakes or a bit better fork. Or you could go down the style of a full suspension bike, either trail or enduro style. Second-hand market is in the buyer's favour right now. But if you have the funds and you want to buy something new, there are some good deals to be had, especially when it comes to the end of season sales. So usually around about September, October time, they start releasing the bikes for the new year. So that is when you usually pick up your good deals. E-bikes are something that I'll maybe get into another time. But when it does come to buying your bike, if you're going to buy brand new, I would say go to a dedicated bike shop where you can sit on a variety of bikes in terms of style and size. This is because the size and geometry can change quite a lot depending on the brand and model. So for example, we're sticking with the same brand here, but Trek have a model which is a Slash and a Fuel. So Slash is more enduro style, the Fuel is more trail style, and they are completely different geometry for the style of riding that they are designed for. Secondly, the next thing I would say to invest in is a good helmet. Joe and I have had some fairly nasty crashes over the years, and without a decent helmet we wouldn't have walked away as lucky as we did. So you only get one head, and investing in protecting it is the best thing you could do for yourself. Buy the best of what you can afford and what you feel most comfortable wearing as well. Personally, I swap between an open face helmet for more chill rides where I'm just going out for, like, say, a long pedal without really doing anything technical. But for example, here at Tarland, I'm wearing a full face helmet, which I feel more comfortable wearing because of this type of riding I'm doing. Thirdly, invest in some coaching. This is something that I wish I had done a lot sooner, but I still plan investing in some coaching for myself, and you can learn everything from the basics to the pro stuff. Not necessarily in one session, don't get me wrong, but they will give you hints on tips on the very basics to get you going and get you those skills that you need. I will say though, if you do get into it, the MTB community is amazing. It's one of the most friendliest and supportive that I know. There's always going to be the elitists who spoil it, but I'm happy to say that the positive experience far outweigh the negative. I've met some amazing lifelong friends through mountain biking. I've had some crazy fun experiences. I've pushed myself to do things I never thought I would ever do. But one thing I will say is that you've got to remember that everyone learns differently and progresses at different times. So remember to be kind to yourself. You're never going to learn everything in one day. But most importantly, have fun when doing it. If anyone wants any more information on where to get started, or a little bit about the journey, or my journey through mountain biking, give me a comment below.
Fucking hell! Jesus! That was a bit further than I expected.
So I hope you've enjoyed our little adventure to Tarland Trails in the beautiful kingdom of Aberdeenshire. You've got to see a little bit of Joe ride this time round, as well as myself, somewhere a little bit different to the norm. So thank you so much for watching this far. I hope I've answered your questions. And so sorry it's been so long again, and thank you so much for watching. Well, take care and I'll see you soon. Bye.